Yo guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back on Windows Fixer. I'm Asad here. In this video, I'll show you the ultimate step-by-step CPU deep optimization guide for Windows 10. Welcome to the comprehensive guide on step-by-step CPU optimizations for Windows 10. We will be going through each process in detail to ensure you get the most out of your processors. Section 1. Power option and processor infinity. Configure power plans. Let's start by optimizing power plans to make sure your CPU is running optimal. Here's how. Open the control panel and then go into the hardware and sounds and then select power options. Click on the Windows icon, then go into the control panel and then hardware and sounds and then power options. Now here you need to select the balance, which is recommended for this optimization only. I'll show you further why it's important, the power option on balanced. After going this, now let's move on the step number 2, setting process infinity. Just because of this step. Now let's manually assign tasks to specific CPU cores for improved multiple tasking. Now suppose you are playing Valorant, right? And you are optimizing your CPU for Valorant. So make sure always do this optimization for a specific task. Now I'm doing this for Valorant because I'm playing Valorant and only the game that I have, but in case if you are playing any other, you can just go through that. Now open the task manager first. Once you open the task manager, now go into the detail sections and suppose because right now I'm not playing Valorant, so suppose this is the Valorant, just right click on it and go into the set infinity. And make sure set here all the cores and click on OK. Now let's move on the next step, adjusting priority settings. So let's modify priority levels to allocate more resources to the critical process. In registry editor, navigate to the H key local machine, then software, then Microsoft, then Windows NT, and then current version image file execution options. Let's go step by step. Click on the Windows icon, then open the registry editor. It's better you can copy these destination paths from description and paste over here. That's the easiest method. So I'm also copying this from my notepad, and you can also copy and then Control A and then paste with Control V and then hit enter. Once you hit enter, you will go into the image file execution options. Now scroll down and find here the Valorant. If it's not created, you can create your own. Well, probably it's create if you install the game or file or software. Now right click on it and then go into the new, and then you need to create here a string value. Now the string value name priority class, so P capital RIORITY, C capital LASS. Make sure match the spellings perfectly, and the P capital and C capital between this there's no space. After doing this, just double click on it and value data, set it high and OK. Now once again, after doing this, now let's move on the further step, fine tuning system scheduler. Now we will optimize task distribution. So the same thing we are gonna do here, just copy the destination and then paste over here and then hit enter. Now you can see we are in the priority control, in which we need to go here into the priority control, modify the value for Win32 priority separations. And if you have two Win32 priority separations, in my case I have only one, but might be you have two string values with this. So just double click on it and set here the value data 2. By default it should be like 38 to 40, but you need to set here the 2 and click OK. And then close it. Now section 3, BIOS and UEFI settings. In the step 3, accessing BIOS UEFI interface, let's make adjustment at the hardware level. Restart your computer and press the designated key. Usually it's Del F2 or F12 to enter into the BIOS UEFI settings. Navigate through the menu to find the CPU related settings. Now overclocking is optional settings, but it's on you. There's a complete video on it in the description. Link is given below in the description. Just go ahead, watch complete tutorial about how to optimize the CPU from BIOS for better performance. For advanced users, here a brief on safety overclocking your CPU. The number 1 in BIOS UEFI, find settings related to the CPU clock ratio and frequencies. Number 2, incrementally adjust these values, monitor temperature and stability. It's important. Now, section 4, cooling solutions. Of course, choosing an effective cooling solutions. Finally, make sure your CPU stay cool. Number 1, consider options like air cooling or liquid cooling. Ensure they are compatible with your CPU. Yeah. Congratulations, you have now successfully optimized your CPU for Windows 10. These step-by-step tweaks can lead to the significant improvements in overall system responsiveness and performance. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more in-depth tech tutorials. Feel free to leave any question or suggestions in the comment below. Until next time.
Remember, take cautions when making advanced systems changes and always back up critical data before proceeding.